Okay. I think. Okay. Yeah, my streaming software does not match. What does that mean? We'll just worry about that now. Okay. Now to re-verify I am streaming, I'm gonna pull up my own stream on my PS5. Okay. Okay. How do I sound? It's not the greatest. And the delay is insane. But hey, you can see it. Is it going to blur that out automatically? Okay, so it's not going to blur that. I was not worried about that right now. Ah! I won't. There's the stats on my computer. Trying to. Can I pause it? Oh, come off it. Okay, I'm just gonna have this over. That's the wrong one. Happy Sober Tuesday. I was not expecting to find you on this account, good sir, because I'm not exactly streaming on my main account. However, we're game developing. So what I have so far. Need. No, I want the chat. This will have to go in a second window, I guess. Is that going to stop me though? Because I want to have live chat in the bottom right. Cool. We're just going to have to live with that. Move back here. Okay, so where we're at right now, chat, is we have a little guy. He's running around, right? And we can jump, we can run, all that fun stuff. In fact, he even turns around. The a bit of a problem now is that when you turn around, he doesn't do his little run animation. And that little run animation is the whole goal for today. We're not the only goal for today. It's I want to get him to run in the other direction. And then once we can manage that, am I making Dark Souls 4? I might be. But what I'm doing right now actually is that I'm trying to make um, it's just a small game. It's definitely not my dream game. It's just something I want to make to get myself familiar with the Godot engine. And it's been a whole process, but I think I have just enough knowledge to get something started. And the game, when I finish making it, will be free to play. It's going to be on itch.io as a Godot executable. I wish I could put this in the bottom right corner. I know I've seen Pizza Tower. I was kind of hoping for a very similar esque kind of game where you're a 2D little guy running around trying to collect a certain amount of resources. Uh, and this game is going to be me experimenting with all of the things that I may need to get better at making games. So, world building, level design. In fact, I've got some programs that allow me to make some sprites. Um, so the hope. Oh, if you couldn't guess, this is also for my computer. But no, I'm taking heavy inspiration from Metroid. This is the biggest one. Games like Metroid, Hollow Knight. Like I said, this isn't, and these aren't even my assets. Uh, the assets I'm using here are by a nice gentleman named uh, uh, 0x72 on itch.io. He refers to himself as Robert, so I guess we could refer to him as such. But the whole thing is, I kind of want him to run left, but he's not running left. Maybe a vacuum. Listen, I'm a big fan of Kirby, but feels little weird to pull directly from Kirby. Hold on. Let's actually window. We're gonna go with this. There we go. So what we're looking at here is all the code for my character player, right? I don't know what half of this stuff is. This isn't half my code. I'm gonna have to redo the editor. Oh, there we go. So this is my code. This is my code for the current player character as it is. If it looks like spaghetti code, that's because it is. Like I said, I'm still learning this engine. But if, in regards to the way he is facing, uh, it is this. This direct line of code here is what's responsible for what animation he plays and when he does play it. It's listen. I figured out that I can break the game entirely by changing the letter of something. This code is very direct. But like I said, I kind of want to try 0. It's gonna open a little window. Yeah. Uh, well, um, we'll fix that in a minute. I do know how to get the player to respawn. I actually have, um, from my first project of just learning how the engine works. I have a couple of things here down at the bottom right, bottom left here. These are basic scripts that I've copied over. They're totally not totally my code. No, they're from Braxy's tutorial on how to make a basic platformer. I want to put all that together to make a game, but do my own stuff with it. That way, I feel good. and like I want to put an on-screen timer, all that fun biz. So the question is, because it says if character is on the floor, right? If the direction is equal to directly one, play run. Else, play idle. So it's you can see I've annotated this a little bit for my future self in case I get frustrated and decide to do something else. And I'm not frustrated because at the moment I'm just wondering how I can get him to turn around. It's not get him to turn around, but get him to have the animation when he flips. And this very bottom one here says that uh, if he's not on the ground, you're a. I am a guy with hobbies and passions. It's like I said, it's not so much making my passion game at the moment as it is learning the engine. Because the more I can learn about the engine, the more I can. The more I learn about the engine, the more I can make, and the more that I can make, the closer I can get to making my dream game. And I don't believe my dream game would require more than Godot. I'm not expecting to make like Call of Duty 95, like something with the graphical fidelity and willpower of Mario 64 would be pretty much all that I would want. What? So I'm trying to put on music. There we go. One. I'm sharing this listing. Well, I'm sharing the live stream everywhere. And I don't know how often I'm gonna be able to stream into this channel, or how consistent it's going to be. What I do know is that now that I have a slightly better understanding of how this engine works, I'm determined to. They always told me, be careful who you love, be careful what you do, cause life comes the truth. Billie Jean is not my love. She's just a girl who claims that I am. Side. really genius. All right. There we go. That's the best I'm gonna get. Okay. Oh yeah, you could. Godot's really killing it right now. OPS is taking 3% of my GPU. My 3% of my CPU. Yeah, 30-50. Okay, so what? So this is what causes it. If I forget, I'm with you. Oh, night, dance the night. I'm with you. Oh, okay. So that is supposed to be 0. Oh, come off it. Okay. Hold on. That's not what I meant to do. Chat. All right. So apparently that's it. I'm going to scream. Okay. So I got. I got it. Okay. That being done. Okay, so now I need to go back to World 1 tile map. We need to be in midground. Terrains. I need to properly set collision on these. That one can be reused here. And then we can take that, put it here. These aren't going to have collisions. I will make them interactable objects, it's just they won't have collisions. These are decorational pieces, so these don't need collision. I'll add collision to these if I need them, but right now we're focused on the world building objects, which are these. Okay. Yes, Dre. Then go home. Well, good news, I figured out my problem while my character wasn't animating to the left. I overcomplicated the code. Well, good news is now we can work on world building. Yeah. I might be tempted to if you keep calling me. How am I your best friend? That's the real question. Uh huh. It's a miracle. Can I get rid of the background on this? It's getting really hard to see. Huh? Can we just turn off? Because that's gonna bother me that I can't see what I'm actually looking at. Yes. Well, because now that I've finished figuring out where these things, where how to get my character to move the way I want him to, I can actually get around to level building. It's not a glorious start, but player isn't gonna get up here. Hey, but you can't. You're gonna be a man. Stay alive, better do what you can. We'll put that there. And with your left, there's ain't no truth out there. Oh, my earbuds are fixing to die. That means we can't be on the call. Fuck it. Oh, I want him to appear on the front of that. Uh, that's the draw order, is it not? Means we put the player on a draw order. Ordering. Let's put them like 3. And we put. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're cooking with gas now. There's no sound at the moment, but we're cooking now. Okay, good. If I had a second monitor, I'd put it there. Hmm. Let's take this broken one. I wouldn't say it's broken. Um. Let's spin it. Yes, thank you. Um. I imagine there's a layers aspect to this. Okay. I'll have to animate that to make it look okay. However, this does let me. Okay. So obviously that laser doesn't have collision. Okay, let's fix the camera. We'll worry about animating that later. The biggest thing I'm worried about right now is getting it to kill the player. Okay. I have an example over here. Here's my kill zone. Okay. So for example, if I were to, well, first of all, take the kill zone. Child kill zone. Okay. So, if that's correct. Okay. So there's something with the kill zone script that's not happy. Extends area 2D. Okay, so that's not working. Not like in this one. Where it, yeah, where it says you died in case you should start. So what's the script here? What's the same code? Oh, I have to put it on the same collision. Kill zone collision. Yeah. Oh. Q free is based on a null instance. What do you mean it's based on a null instance? Then we won't worry about it right now. Well, the game crashed. Well, now it's just killing me. Okay. On body entered. Yeah, in the kill zone. It's running regardless. Oh. What's up? What? Oh, I don't know very much about this engine. Uh, Lobster chop. Sorry, I took me a minute to get to you. I don't know very much about this engine. In fact, I'm struggling to get my characters to die properly. But regardless, I can try. What's up? I'm trying, man. Uh, I run a second channel where I play games instead of attempt to make them. Uh, but I'm struggling with the code, trying to get because see what it's supposed to do is that upon entering this, like once the player enters this little kill zone here, it's supposed to play a script that says kill. And now it's just killing immediately. And I have an instance of it working properly. And I can't really tell what I did different here. It looks just about the same. What was that? Yeah, no, this is I can't even fathom doing Minecraft. But this is a different beast. Yeah. So it's having an issue with the on-body entered command. I can try renaming it to player, but that's not going to change anything because it's a body. It's the only body. Yeah, character body 2D. On body entered. It says on body entered. Tell the user they died. Slow down time to about half. Detect where the body died. Clear it from the screen. Start a timer. After a time, which is what this dictates, it is then to revert the time back to full and then load me back to the start. But it's having issues getting there. So it's, what am I doing wrong? Is the question. I'd rather get this figured out because I can just copy and paste it from other death barriers. Okay. It's, no, listen, I don't know either, man. That's why I'm kind of fighting with it, but I also kind of want to figure it out myself. Okay. So, node not found, collision shape 2D. So that's the problem it's having. It's not finding the collision node, so it's just killing me. But the collision shape has to be a child of the kill zone, or else it doesn't work. This is probably going to crash it. Yeah, it didn't like that. Okay. Oh, it's still booted. Nope, that absolutely froze it. Okay. So let's change that. I have eaten dumplings before. I think they're pretty okay. Ah, that bothers the heck out of me. It's having an issue. Oh, now the game is just frozen. I prefer more pierogies or ravioli, but dumplings can be pretty good. Because there isn't like a tutorial on how to solve this specific problem, so I got to figure it out. So attempting to call queue free in base, null instance, basically meaning queue free doesn't know what it's trying to grab. So yeah, it doesn't know what it's trying to grab. Is the problem. What if we tell it to grab player? Hello. Oh, I strip crashed it. Hello. That's not what I meant to open. What am I doing? What am I making? Hopefully a functional game. This is my first attempt at actually trying to make something worth playing. I understand the very basics. Still struggling why that I can't get my character to respond properly. And there isn't exactly a tutorial on how to do it efficiently. Can you have some cheese? If you want some cheese, that's fine. I don't have any to give you, though. So we're calling on functions for on-body entered. That might be the problem. I might need to set up the on-body entered. We'll worry about this later. We'll worry about this later. Hold on. Am I experienced? No, not in the slightest. No. This is my first time ever trying to make a game that wasn't in and of itself a learning experience, like an experience kind of like Scratch. And even then, I have very minimal experience with Scratch. I did watch a bunch of. No, I'm in the same boat you are, man. I know how to get this little guy to run around. I got this for her. This is about it. I might know why it's failing. So we won't worry about Killzone right now. Uh huh. And what does that game entail? I wouldn't recommend that. And it seems a little. Uh, I just wouldn't. For a game to be popular, it has to be. It is extremely weird that that's trying to avoid saying certain words, but it is definitely a little weird. Listen, you guys can play whatever you like. Just it's extremely weird. Can I get my little guy in there? Oh. Oh. That's not a good collision. They are extremely weird. It is a weird thing to make a game about. I'm just making a little robot platformer. It's just about a little guy jumping around. All right. Have a good night, Shadow. Um. Yeah. Let's not do that. Yeah. No. Let's not do that. Thank you. It was already getting pretty bad as it was. What am I doing? I'm moderating my chat. It's a family friendly atmosphere. It was already pushing it with the previous discussion. This isn't a bot stream. I'm a real person. This is real. I I love that for you. It's just not appropriate for chats. You're okay. It's just not appropriate. I need to be able to walk back up. Is the thing. That might work. It needs to be able to go back up. Is the big concern. Yeah. Oh, okay. So can't use these as stairs. I might be able to figure it out. Hi, foot cheese man. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. World building. Okay. No. We're not role playing in the chat. we're, we're not role playing in the chat. Yeah, we're not role playing in the chat. He can go. Shadow, Shadow can go. Shadow can go. I'm world building right now. I don't need people role playing about foot cheese in my chat. So we're going to the mid ground. So these ones up here don't need to have collision, but they're going to, I guess. They're going to have collision, I suppose. I'm not worried about this transparent background because eventually I will be able to make a background for it. And when it comes to artwork, I can do, backgrounds and stuff like set pieces. And it's just the characters that I got a problem with. Mm. I don't know about that. Let's. Better place. And the entire human race. Let's go ahead. Right. That did something. No, you're good. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yeah, no, I've silenced them. I've removed them both from the chat. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to them roleplay about foot cheese. No, listen, I'm here to develop games and be terrible at developing them. That's what I'm here for. Now I need this one. There we go. Better place. Okay. Am I making Fortnite too? No, I'm making a little platformer. I don't know. I know that it's going to be a platformer. That's all I do know. I'm kind of making it up as I go along. But I do like this entrance area. It'll look a lot better, I think, with some platforms. Like if I were to put this here. Now the character can't really jump up here. I could change that, but I'm not going to. And just because I'm hateful, we're going to put a button up there that does absolutely nothing. So we'll make it orange. This button will do nothing. It will continue to do nothing. However, it would. I know as a player, this would bother the crap out of me not knowing where this goes to, and it's going to be absolutely nothing. Why? Because I think it'd be funny. I mean, I'm glad you have a game that you enjoy. I don't know if I'd be playing it for 9 hours straight, but regardless, I'm happy that you have a game that you enjoy that you can play that much. It's so. I know that I want the player to go deeper and deeper. Like, I want this to be like you fall in. You know what? I'll take your word for it. I I wouldn't be calling yourself that in the chat. That's a really good way to get yourself eaten alive. What is this? What are you? That'll have to be a second layer thing. Uh-huh. And what would Okay, no, we're okay. Not we're okay. No, we're okay. So I know. If you're wondering what the circle is around our player, that's the hitbox. That is the thing that follows the player around that allows it to interact with everything else. Thinking about it, no, I caught it. Nah, this one. No. Okay. So, like I said, there's a button up here. This button will do nothing. It will continue to do nothing. I have no plans for this button. The hope is, at one point, I want to have the player return to here. Have the player return to this as a hub area, not like a hub area, but kind of like start to finish. And I'm gonna make a one-way death barrier that kills you if you fall down into it, but will not kill you if you go up into it. That is actually something that you can enable when it comes to collision. Um, it's a collision shaped 2D. You can turn off. Uh, you can turn on one-way collision. I just have to fix it so that it only works going down instead of going up. Because I want the goal to be, like I said, for the player to kind of like the ending of the game to be that the player shoots up through the middle, and that's how to get out. Question is, how do we continue this walkway? Hold on. Yes. God does do wonderful things. I don't like that. And we will have put some like boxes and stuff here. It My name came to me a while ago, and I did have. I remember the first part was because I drew like zebras a lot, but I don't know where the last part came from. Okay. Let's see. So what even is this? Oh, it's a crane arm. That's cool. Definitely save that. What is this? A hazard? Buttons? Oh, assuming. Moving platforms. That's what they've got to be, right? Do I have any suggestions? Do what you like. Don't be afraid to put your passion out there. Other than that, hate is a really fostering hate. It's a really good way to ruin a career. Just do what they want, but make sure that they enjoy it because the moment they stop enjoying it, it's it's going to be a mess. Well, this would be a platform. All these chains. Yes, they are. What is this? Oh, another arm attachment. So this will have to be attached to this. So there's a lot of layer one, layer two stuff. We'll just use this again. I'm a big fan. You too. You have a good one. Huzzah. Well, it's not entirely a bad thing. Let's check. Actually, check this. And then, give it a minute. There we go. I could put a button here. Now I'll put that there for the player to explore. Might I know I want. I know what I want to do next. So other than this, what do I like to do for fun? Well, like I said earlier, I do run another channel that specializes on playing games and repairing game consoles. But if I'm not doing anything related to games, it's probably watching anime and learning more, just in general, regardless of what topic it is. Why are you being special? Why is this being special? Would I like to learn about the Wizarding World? If you're asking about Wizard 101, I'm not exactly interested. Neither am I interested in games like World of Warcraft. It's not that I'm not interested in that universe. It's just I've got too many things that I'm interested in, and I don't want to make it too complicated for myself. So why can't I place tiles anymore? Oh, Harry Potter. Oh, I like Harry Potter. Harry Potter's pretty cool. What did I do? Why is this? So yeah, Hogwarts Legacy got an update. I wouldn't know. Like I said, I don't follow them that much. There we go. Figured it out. I do know when that game first came out, though, it was kind of buggy and it was a mess. We're going to take this, put it there, rotate it. I'm unsure if I want to implement a wall jump or if I just want to put a little platform that will allow the player to get up there. Mods are implemented now. Yeah, I can see that. It's not low enough. I'm just not a big Harry Potter guy. But I'm glad to hear that they've actually managed to fix it. I feel like I can make that. That's gonna bother the hell out of me. Hold on. Ta-da. Okay. So that seems to be a good ratio. Let's add. So what even is that? Uh, no, we're not doing that. What is this? Skidmarks? Probably. Probably. intended for me to use it like this. Hello. Is this like GimKit or something? No, this is Godot. Hello, Fishman. How's it going? It's not that it's hard, it's that it's tedious. There's a lot of things to keep track of, and it's better to have an overall picture of what you want. Like, I know the general way I want the game to run. It's just that I've never used this engine before. So I'm learning. Can I make a fishing simulator? I don't need to. There's already a lot of fishing simulators out there. I feel like I'd be throwing a it's like throwing a line into a barrel. It's pretty clean. The market for that is very little. I like that. That the hanging wires. Yeah, how about that? I mean, real life fishing is fun. I like real life fishing. It's just I don't see a reason to make games for a tapped market. So I can make it up here. It is at this point I wish for the player to encounter their first enemy. But the problem is, um, I don't want the. Well, thank you for giving this stream a try. I've been playing video games for a very long time, and I wanted to really try my hand at making one. So this is that. Oh, I can go. Trying to think of what kind of anime we can put here, or perhaps we can put our first. Have I been ice fishing this season yet? No. I live on what's called a tropical climate. Snow doesn't exist down here. I live. What's the lore? There isn't a lore. It's quite literally just I want to make a fun little game that at the end of it, it's gonna be free to play when I'm done. I just want the experience. The hope is that this will be the first hazard I want the player to encounter. No fish, man. Down where I live, there is no snow or ice. It doesn't exist. We had no. I'm okay, lobster chop. I appreciate the thought though. Putting lore into the game might complicate it way more than I intend to. I'm okay. I don't necessarily have the desire to put in lore right now. It's a game about a funny little robot doing platform jumps. Lore isn't a necessity, but I really do thank you. Ta-da! Look at that. It was smoothing. It's just gonna be a fun little game. That's all I intended it to be. And like I said, it'll be free to play once it's all the way finished, or at least in a finished state on itch.io. But as of right now, the whole all you can do at the moment is say, this is you, this is your little guy. You can run around. You can yeah, it's Godot. And then you run up here. Yeah, see, it's the whole intention. Hide the Cookie Monster. The whole goal is that this will be the first hazard that the player encounters. In fact, hold on. Let's go to the. Thank you. I didn't make him. There is a very nice user on itch.io who gave the model out for free for anyone who wanted to use it. So of course I took him up on that. I'm terrible. I can make background pieces. I could, if I wanted to, I could take the time to make these background pieces, like these metal pipes and everything. I'm terrible at making animated sprites, so I've had to resort to a bit of itch.io surfing to find the sprite for it. Now the background pieces, which what I'm using to build the level, is still built from the same pack. What? I don't play Minecraft on PC. I don't play Minecraft on PC. My PC is dedicated for college actual work, and this. That's that's about it. But this is supposed to kill the player. This is. I want, but this thing is, I want this. Well, Minecraft is fun. I just play it on console. Uh, I keep forgetting you guys can see my taskbar. Uh, for me, it's this. I want this laser to be drawn over the player. So to go about that, what I would do is that I would. That would have to. Hmm. What's for dinner? Uh, I think it's spaghetti. Let's go to the. You know how to hack streams? Uh, but no, this is supposed to kill the player. That's the intention. Which of these lasers do I like the most? I like this one the most. Uh, but no, this is supposed to be the first hazard that the that the player encounters. No, that's not a child mode. Don't do that, bug biologist. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's messed up. If you do that again, I will remove you from the chat. Don't do that. Don't do that, bug biologist. Thank you. Oh, okay. That can go. Okay. So this kills the flare. This is death. The plan is that the player uh, will press a button that disables this. And no, it's not this orange button. Although it could be, because I did state that I didn't plan on making this button do anything. I didn't plan on making this do anything. But it would be a really fun way to kind of force the players to take the risk of dying here. Like if you come through here, but you can't go that way because the laser itself stops you from getting up here. Uh, you know what? Knock yourselves out. Do some fishing roleplay. Knock yourselves out. It's as long as it doesn't get as weird as the last guy tried to make it. So that button can't be there. Like physically, we cannot put that button up there to stop this, because then over here, I'd have to add a way to get to the button. And if you're already getting up here, then what's the point of making this whole pathway? So I think I will continue to make this blockable, so that now players can't access this. Because it's very obvious that you're not supposed to be over here. Um, we'll add this one. And then we'll have a section where the character will jump back and forth between platforms. Okay, hold on. Hold on, chat. Let's. No, you promised it wouldn't get weird. No, you promised it wouldn't get weird. Chat. What am I looking at here? Okay, I regret my decision. No, I regret my decision. No, we're okay. I'm done. I'm okay with that. No. Sorry to ruin your fun lobster shop, but I was getting a little too out there for me. It was. I thought it was just gonna be, hey, look, I caught a fish, and then it turned into whatever that was. So the plan is that this is the first danger. I, you know what? I don't think that should be the first time that players encounter the danger. It seems a little. Oh, okay. So these blocks don't have collision. The player can run through these no problem. It was. So this doesn't have collision either. What's good luck, biologist. But the whole thing is like you jump up, right? So you go from this way, and then you do a little bit of diagonal jumping, and then after the diagonal jumping, you will. I don't know what to do after that because the whole plan. Have fun, lobster chop. The plan is to do. Hmm, okay. Save this scene. Okay. That's gonna be it for me tonight.